Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. And let me tell you something. This is the type of game that could decide seasons. It's not flashy. It's not the 4-1 big statement. It's not the highlight reel. This was maturity. Because going to a team that's undefeated all season at home, 12 on the run, unbeaten, and dominating them from minute one, well, that's not luck. That is authority. 70% ball possession and 13 to 2 shots at halftime. Overall in the match, 22 shots, but only 3 on target. And that gap there, that tells me that there's a lot of work still needed to be done. And we'll take a look at some of those elements right now. But let's start with the back line. Defensively, I think Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate were absolutely rock solid. They controlled the game from over there. They were, I think, just majestic in defense. Is that a correct term I can use here? But they were absolutely solid. They didn't have much to do, but when called upon, aerial duels, they were winning those. They were controlling the game. They were dictating which way the game would go from the back, and that is absolutely awesome. I was surprised to see Robertson in there, gladly so, because I think he was just phenomenal. He brought a level of maturity in this squad that was needed in this team on the field. That was very needed, and I think his experience just oozed out over here again, just letting Liverpool look a lot more gracious on the field. And I think he and Cody Gakpo understand one another a little better than Kirkes does, and I think that's why that looked so beautiful. And then the other thing that I absolutely loved was that we had Wataru Endo at right back. I've been asking for this. He came in, did his thing. He was absolutely rock solid over there, gave us what we needed right into the midfield, and he was fantastic defending on that right-hand side. Just a pity about that injury, and I hope that he'll make a quick and a swift recovery, but absolutely solid. And thank goodness we had Gomez who could come on and cover in that space over there. Now, beyond them, we had McAllister and Gravenberg, and I think that they were absolutely rock solid in their position over there as well. And in games like this, you need that. You need them to be disciplined. You need them to be rock solid. You need them to be dictating the tempo of the game in the midfield. You need them to block attacks, and you need them to be the triggers for going forward. And we saw that last night. Beautiful from Liverpool. Now, the maestro of it all, Florian Wirtz. Absolutely wonderful. He gave us a lot on the attacking side and moving the ball, dictating everything like a little maestro in the middle of the park there, just dictating where the game would swing, what's going to be happening. We've, I think, witnessed something remarkable in Florian Wirtz, and we see that every time he plays. Now, he was our most threatening player on the field on the night, and that is wonderful. We need that type of threat. Now, I'm going to pause before we look at the stats of Florian Wirtz and just bring up here Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah should be giving us more. Not a single shot on target in that match. Not good enough. That shouldn't be happening when you have guys occupying these wing positions and wing areas, and they are part of the forward team and the attacking team. We expect a lot more from them. They should be whipping in those dangerous balls. They should be attacking the goal. And I don't think we saw any of that from either of them, Cody Gakpo nor Mohamed Salah. And that's why I would have opted for a player like Federico Chiesa to come on, not come on, but to start this game. Instead of bringing him on in the 87th minute, it's not going to make any difference. And I think I back Arne Slot, but I think this is one of the things that really frustrates me with him. You cannot bring someone on in the dying moments of the game and expect them to change when you've already made changes. That shows that you are not going to be attacking. Here's why I say that. So Mohamed Salah, from that set piece, whips in a magnificent ball, finds Virgil van Dijk's head. He heads it goalwards. It gets knocked on by the defender into the goal, but it was goalward bound, and therefore Van Dijk gets the goal. And fantastic, Liverpool go up 1-0. Beautiful. And later on in the match, after that, Liverpool kind of retreat again. Like they're trying to protect this 1-0. Now, elite teams would go ahead and finish this game. But Liverpool retreat and they pull back like they're trying to protect this 1-0. And all of a sudden, Sunderland starts getting all over Liverpool. That should not be happening. And then the changes, I think, just goes along with that, which shows me there is unison in thought. This is the management as well as the team defend the 1-0. Because you don't take off an attacking player and bring on a midfield as if you're trying to block Sunderland in the middle of the park now and not wanting them to attack, but you're also not being offensive and attacking them, you're being defensive. That should not be happening. And now, after all of that damage had been done, Federico Chiesa needs to come on in the 87th minute and make some form of change. That is absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. Now, going back to Florian Wirtz, the man is on an absolutely different level. 5 attempts, 2 on target. 26 passes in the final third and 80 touches. The man doesn't just wait for the game, he dictates it. And that is exactly what you have. Now, Liverpool have 4 interesting fixtures coming up. It's Forest away, then it's West Ham at home, it's Wolves away, and then Spurs at home. And those are 4 winnable fixtures that Liverpool have coming up. But if Liverpool really want to make a meaningful impact in those games, if they want to get the results, then they're going to have to show the type of discipline on the field that Florian Wirtz has shown. You can't be showing up like Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah has. Discipline will win. Momentum doesn't start with fireworks. It starts with discipline. And that, I think, is what Liverpool need. But you can let me know if I've missed anything. If there's anything that you agree with, that you don't agree with, let me know in the comments. Smash a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 150 subscribers by the end of February. I really want to achieve that. And I know together we can do that. Because when it comes to us, you'll never walk alone.